Yinka. Welcome to Disciple Diaries. How did my journey with God begin? My journey with God began as far back as I can remember. I was born into a Christian family. My dad was a pastor, so technically a PK. Yeah, but that's how it began. That is my earliest memories: Sunday school, Bible, devotions, prayers at home. So yeah, that's where my journey began. Did I find anything challenging when I got started? If so, what was the most challenging? I think finding God for myself. I don't want to assume, but I think that it's easier when you find God for yourself the first time. I had to figure out God for me as against, how I'd received him growing up or how I was perceived, because there was a lot of pressure being a PK. There was a certain way you were supposed to be, you're supposed to act, speak, talk. And later on, rebellion set in because I was starting to find myself and I didn't want to be all these things. The expectations were not, things that I realized that I wanted to be for myself. So I had the rebellion stage, and you know how it is when they say, train up your child in the way they should go and they will not depart from it. That's what really helped me, because when I got to a crossroad in my life, all I had to fall back on was God. Everything that I had been taught came to the fore. I fell back to God, my relationship with God, my Bible. And that's when I began to know God for myself, as against what I had been taught or what was just, passed down to me. So I think that was the most challenging part, getting to know God for myself all over again. How would I describe this life with God so far? I would say that it has its ups and downs, because I'm the type of person that I like to be in control. And growing with God, you learn that you cannot have control. You don't have control. You can't be in a relationship with God and still maintain control. So I think that has been the up and down part of my relationship with God. But so far, I've enjoyed getting to know God. I've enjoyed growing beyond what the law, because very early on, it was the law that was laid down for me. But now I'm enjoying the grace that comes with knowing God. You are not redeemed or you are not justified by the things that you do, but by who you are. God has already justified me. I am who I am in Christ because he chose me, not because of anything that I have done or I'm about to do or I'm going to do. So that's been very refreshing so far. So the only part that I still struggle with is the control, having to give him control or take back control. So I'm learning to die to myself daily. Why do I walk with God? That question is interesting because I'm not sure I can say why. It's just been a part. I don't know how else to walk this life if I'm not walking it with God. The way early on that Christianity was preached to me is that I was made by God. I'm a manufacturer's product. So I can't walk outside of God. How do I explain it? I can't move outside of the purpose for which I was built. If I have any issues, I have to come back to the manufacturer and say, okay, how do I maneuver this? How do I sort this out? How do I move forward? So it's not really a why for me. He's the reason that I am. So that is how I move forward in my walk with God. What's one of the most important lessons I've learned on my walk with God is that you have to keep dying. You have to keep dying. So I mentioned earlier that one of the issues that I have is control, and I've learned that you don't learn everything. You're not perfect in one day, or you don't get to a point where you're perfect. There are things that fall off you as you grow in your relationship with God. So I get to a point and I feel like, oh, I've got this. And then another issue comes up or another challenge comes up and I realize, oh, I haven't got this. So it's the constant reliance, the constant dependence, the constant knowing that I still have work to do. God is still working on me. I'm not perfect. I would say when you're coming to God, come as you are. It's very important. Don't come thinking that you have to come and earn God's love. God's love cannot be earned. So come as you are, come with all your faults, all your flaws, and then give yourself over. Like I said earlier, you have to keep dying to God and let Him live through you. So come as you are, come with your flaws, come vulnerable, come broken, but come as you are. My name is Yinka and I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ.